Somewhere I read of the freedom of speech. Somewhere I read of the freedom of press. Somewhere I read that the greatness of America is the right to protest far right.
It has always been a belief in our family that we had a covenant with the Almighty, a covenant which, if we did our part, if we worked with and struggled with and for the people, that God would in turn make our lives meaningful and worthwhile. My name is Herbert Daniel Daughtry Sr. I am the minister here at the House of the Lord in Brooklyn. I also serve as the national minister for the House of the Lord churches. I came out of the South, came to Brooklyn, New York, when I was about 12, and got lost in the asphalt jungle. Had my first arrest at 15 and ended up in the penitentiary. And it was then, 1953, that I committed my life to God. What the society think is punishment is generally turned around. When I went to jail, I became a celebrity. You know, hey man, Doc is in jail. And when I returned to the community, I was a hero. Man, you been to jail? Yeah, man, I've been to jail. Hey, the punishment, as the society thought it was implementing, really was feeding the very monster that they thought was killing. One of the striking memories I have is we lived at the dividing line. Looking southward was where white people lived. The houses were gleaming white, well-manicured lawns, streets clean. And then going northward, where black people lived, there were shanties, the streets were not paved, and I would stand and make that contrast, that comparison, and wonder why. One of the achievements about which I am most gratified and proud. In 1976, Randy Evans, a 15-year-old lad, was shot in the head by a police officer named Robert Daughtry for no reason, absolutely no reason. The jury pretty much acquitted Officer Daughtry. We stepped forward and gave direction to the fury of the community. And eventually, we won a 10-point program for the business community. One of the programs was a Randolph Evans Memorial Scholarship. Every year, 10 college-bound students would receive $1,500 in the name of Randolph Evans.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next first family of the United States of America.
For me, I'm 78 years old, and I came out of Georgia, the blatant segregation of the South. I never thought that I'd live to see the day that there would be a person in the position that Obama has reached.
And to think about, there was a time when our ancestors, you know, could not even go to vote.
The only way our people could get into these state houses and city halls is through the back door, usually with mops and brooms.
You can do anything that you put your mind to. You know, nothing is too big that you can't overcome.
It turns a chapter in American history, and it sends a message that America is in fact living out the true meaning of its creed.
Reverend Daughtry has been like a father figure to me. He has been a great role model just by seeing his courage of being able to speak truth to power.
We are happiest when we have found a cause to which we can give ourselves that is bigger than ourselves and that will outlive ourselves. And building a better world, however direction that should take, surely would be the highest of callings. Victor Hugo said, "Nothing is so powerful as an idea whose time has come."